everyone. I'm Harley Carnes, and welcome to Harley on the Headlines. Have you been paying attention to the case against Mike Lindell, the MyPillow guy? The voting machine company Smartmatic is suing him for millions and millions of dollars, claiming he defamed the company by loudly claiming that Smartmatic tried to help Democrats steal the election from Donald Trump in 2020. He lost the case in federal court. The court found that he made those claims without evidence, and he's big enough to do some damage to Smartmatic's reputation and big enough, of course, to sue. What comes next is the penalty phase. In order to make him pay money, Smartmatic has to show that he knew what he was saying was false. He didn't really believe what he was saying. In other words, he knew he was lying. If the court agrees with that, it could get really, really expensive. But here's the rub. There is every indication that Mike Lindell is an extremely sincere individual with a reputation for honesty. So, if he said Smartmatic was crooked, chances are really good he really, truly believed it. And belief matters in these cases. In his heart, he believed it to be true, and if that's the case, collecting a fortune from him might not happen. Stay tuned. Still don't know exactly why a 40-year-old man invaded a Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan, rammed through the doorway with his pickup truck and started shooting people. The feds and the state and local detectives will figure it out. They're pretty smart folks. Hats off to the local police, by the way, who arrived on the scene in less than 30 seconds. They were clearly very nearby, but the point is there was zero hesitation, and their gunfight with the bad guy ended the violence before it could become wholesale carnage. Terrorism has overtaken our world. Those shootings and murders were terrorism, meant surely to terrorize. A bomb vest typically hurts a similar number of people, often kills them. A truck driven through a crowd does the same thing. Give a madman a machete in a crowd. You get the idea. We need to get our minds right in this world, minds and hearts. Your opinion is valid. I may not agree with it, but your opinion is valid. That is what seems to be missing in Washington, D.C., and in the partisan echo chambers that percolate in this country. It's why the murder of Charlie Kirk hits so many Americans so hard, because the opposing political forces are so hard-baked that we decide that the other side is made up of stupid people. Liberals think conservatives have no heart and live for money. Conservatives just think the concepts embodied in the Constitution are American, and liberals have got to be stupid. Charlie Kirk was successfully bridging that gap by engaging with people who were often diametrically opposed. And bridges were being built, not necessarily bridges of agreement, though sometimes that's true. At the very least, he was building bridges of engagement and discussion, and frightened people wanted him silenced. We, and by we, I mean too many of us, have forgotten the concept that underpins every worthwhile debate or even conversation between people of opposing positions. You, we must start with the premise that as I stand on one side of the line, whoever stands on the other side just might have a point. Opinions have validity. You have a right to them. If we can't start there and listen for tiny tiles of common ground and then work from there, we are lost. And if you just said, sorry, Harley, the other side is full of idiots and cruel people, I guess we're lost. So be it. If that's what you feel, you need to go stand in front of a mirror. Start with self-reflection, because you are part of the problem. If you just said, you just might have a point, that person in the mirror can be part of the solution and a tired country's salvation. A recent study about being car sick and other motion sickness had a pretty neat surprise in it. If you are riding down a curvy country road and the swaying is making you turn a little green, or you're on a bus or a train or a plane, listen to music. Make sure it is upbeat and joyful, or soft and gentle, maybe all four. It will reduce discomfort by an average of more than 56%. Sad songs can make motion sickness worse. Like the song said, sad songs sometimes make me cry. Play something happy. You'll feel better. That'll do it for today's Harley on the Headlines. Do me a favor, if you would, spread the word. Hit like, follow, subscribe. You might check out the podcast and the website, harleycarnes.com. Heck, you might even check out one of the novels. That'd be nice. I'm Harley Carnes, and we'll see you soon.